Golf Central. Brought to you by Titleist.
Hey there, welcome into Golf Central. Ryan Burr with two PGA Tour winners. Brian Bateman along with Billy Kratzert. Guys, huge week for Jordan Spieth, not only defending at Colonial, but also looking to avoid missing a third consecutive cut. Never happened to Jordan on the PGA Tour, so it's either one or the other, right, Spieth? Well, he's got the old reliable, Billy.
Well, we saw the new one last week. It didn't work. The old friend is back in the bag, and here, coming across the green and finds the hole.
38 feet. Welcome back, Scotty Cameron 009. Spieth at 10. Brian, this has been an issue.
Yeah, he's been missing it both ways, but it seemed like today a lot of his misses off the tee were to the right. There's a creek that runs down the right-hand side of the 10th here at Colonial.
Oh, that creek?
See that one right there.
Yeah.
Not where he wanted his drive.
Bogey falls to one over. Billy now at 15.
Yeah, 8 iron out of the bunker, but you're going to see by this reaction just another mistake that we did not see Jordan make when he was on top of his game. You had all the room to the right, and he missed it to the left. He knows it. Just a mental mistake.
Yeah, another one of these disastrous holes. This is for bogey. Early walk. It's a double bogey, just like that. Jordan +2, and you have to start scratching your head. But as he always does, he's a clawer, a grinder, and he's grinding again at 17.
Yeah, finally finds the fairway here at 17. A beautiful controlled wedge shot under that tree limb, and he almost jars it in the air. 2 feet. Sets up another birdie.
So one over, and miraculously, just 106 at 18. A chance with another birdie to somehow finish this round at even.
Yeah, only hit 5 fairways today, Ryan, and he needs to hit more if he wants to continue hitting iron shots like that. But that's a little bit of a carryover from the birdie at 17, so a little mojo maybe with the birdies at 17 and 18.
Billy, he's been making plenty of birdies. The
Exactly.
birdies aren't the problem. It's these giant misses.
Yes, we saw it last week in Dallas when he misses 2 tee shots to the right on 16. He makes a quadruple bogey on a par 5. You know, right now he's playing 15 or 16 holes pretty nicely. He just can't avoid that mistake, and we saw it on the 15th hole today when he made that mistake with the iron out of the bunker. He knows he can't miss it to the left. He knows the hazard's over there. You gotta miss it to the right.
Here's Jordan on his day.
I played really well today, I thought. Hit some very solid shots. You know, with gusty winds, it's not going to end up where you think it's going to a lot of the time. And I felt like I missed some fairways by 1 to 5 yards today that made a complete difference in the way the hole played. You had to play so protective after that when the ball's in the rough here. But it's a great finish, kept me in the tournament. If I was a couple over, you know, the back of my mind would be wondering about, you know, the cut line. And I'll go out tomorrow early. Looks like it's going to be the same conditions the whole day tomorrow. It's still going to be windy in the morning, but we'll go out and try and, you know, make a move onto the leaderboard. I think a few under would be a great score. It's about how I played today, and just pleased with the finish for sure.
He is a fighter, no doubt. Phil Mickelson was out early, the recipient of much easier conditions, Brian.
Yeah, this is a beautiful shot here at the 12th to par 4. Second shot from 139 yards. Wouldn't expect much less from Phil Mickelson. Hits it to 5 feet to make birdie.
Phil to 1 under. He would finish strong.
Well, the 17th hole, this par 4, just outside 150 yards. Another perfect hole location for Phil. And really hit the ball pretty much flag high all day long.
367 for Mickelson. John Rahm. All this guy does is finish in the top 10 on the PGA Tour at 15.
That was the longest drive of the day, 333 yards, and he just 23-inch approach shot. Easy birdie for Rahm.
Well, and if you can drive it long, and then you can also do this, usually adds up to a nice little round of 66.
He's a total package, 4 under for Rahm. Kelly Kraft in the afternoon when the course was much more difficult in the morning. Kraft getting it done.
Quick downhill putt here, and he judges it perfectly. Nice 40-footer for birdie. Always a bonus. Goes on to shoot 65.
5 under when the conditions were tough. So Kraft's going to be the recipient of getting a chance to go out in the morning. But as we heard Jordan say, It looks like the wind may blow the entire day on Friday. So those that went out in the morning, certainly better off than those in the afternoon when it was blowing at times to about 30 miles per hour. All in all, though, going to be a fun tournament as some of the big boys are lining up to make a run to put themselves in position for the weekend. It is a major week once again on the PGA Tour champions. And that, of course, means Bernhard Langer, after his win last week, a chance to break Jack Nicklaus's record with 9 majors on the PGA Tour champions.
Well, and this is what he's been able to do with much fascination to me. He's been able to adjust, move that hand away, still use the long putter, but use it effectively and making putt after putt.
At 59, you're supposed to start to head the other direction. He's done everything but, Brian.
No, he just continues to make these putts, as Billy Kay just alluded to. Bogey at the 8th, and here's another great bounce-back birdie at the 9th. And these aren't short putts. These are outside of 15 feet.
A long one now at 12.
Well, and looking for his 5th birdie of the day. Down the hill, just a slight bit of movement to the left. Make it look pretty easy, Ryan. I can tell you that right now.
The Senior PGA, the only major he hasn't won. You know how badly he wants this one.
Desperately.
And anytime you have a chance to pass Jack Nicklaus in majors, well, it just doesn't happen.
No, exactly. Just another beautiful iron shot, just inside 160 yards.
And what a round. Just complete control of his game. We saw it last week.
And this was money right here. I mean, just barely drips it over the bunker guard in front of the green. Oh, yeah.
So the KitchenAid Senior PGA, the one major on the PGA Tour champions that Bernhard Langer does not have on the resume. How fitting would it be to get this major and with it pass Jack Nicklaus and be solo first with 9 major championships on the Senior Tour. You take a look at what Langer was able to do with that 7 under 65. Storms did roll in. Ultimately, they had to call play for the day to the likes of Miguel Angel. Well, he's going to have a busy Friday. He's already 4 under through 9, just 3 off the lead, but they're going to have to finish things up on Friday and try to get back on track as they move into the weekend. Here's Tim Rosafort with the man of the hour.
Bernhard Langer coming off a win in his 8th major championship. You've averaged 67 over your last 6 rounds of golf. You close with an eagle today to shoot 65. Are you ever going to lighten up on these guys out here?
Well, why should I? The clock is ticking. I don't have that much time left, so you got to do it while you can. Obviously, it's a great test of golf out there. We had a lot of rain overnight, and I was fortunate to putt very well today. I played solid, but putted very well.
You talked also yesterday about there's sort of a limitation to how old you can be and still play this type of golf, but there are exceptions. What do you do to create these exceptions in your game and yourself?
Well, trying to stay healthy is the first thing, because if you're not, you can't play the game. And then just continuously fine-tuning the swing with my coach, Willie, or the putting or the chipping, wherever I see still room for improvement and ways to get better. I know I'm going to get a little shorter as time goes on. I'm going to feel a little stiffer, less flexible, less strong, but hopefully you can make that up with a strong mind and good technique.
See if Bernhard Langer can continue his march towards history with defending champion Rocco Mediate and the senior golf's best players on his heels. The KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship continues Friday at 1 on Golf Channel, Saturday at 1 on NBC. Still coming your way on Golf Central, the flagship event of the European Tour, why Ernie Els penalized himself 2 shots. And can Lexi Thompson go back-to-back on the LPGA Tour? They're in Ann Arbor, Michigan when we come back.
Golf Central is brought to you by the new Titleist Pro V1 and Pro V1X. Choose the best for your game. ShipSticks, the largest golf bag shipping company in the world, simplifying the way you travel.